All right, so let's talk about the crypto markets today. Let's talk about Bitcoin. Let's talk about crypto. Let's talk about alt season, because I see a lot of you freaking out, influencers freaking out, people on Twitter or X and different social media outlets all freaking out because of the recent drop, thinking it's over. And I also get a lot of questions asking me, Paul, is this over? So that's what we're going to be talking about today. I'm going to show you some TA, some longer term perspective TA, and also give you my opinion on when we will see the drop, but also what coins to actually get in. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. Now, keep something in mind. This video is not going to be edited. It's going to be a one take just like this, like we're talking mono to a mono, or mono to womanano, or mono to whatever you identify yourself these days. But I'm not gonna edit this video, okay? I'm not gonna edit this video. I'm sick and tired of retention editing, AI editing. No, this is gonna be a talk. I got my soda water here, or should I say my sparkling water, and I'm just gonna chill out, talk charts, and talk crypto. So let's have a look at Bitcoin. Let's start with looking at Bitcoin right here. And Bitcoin's comfortably sitting at 117,700-ish right now. We are still bullish. We had the buy signal on the factor line over here. We called it at the mid-70s, by the way. You can reference me and fact check me. But the factor line turned gold just above 84,000. We got the confirmation right after here, and then we just continued to come up over here, and it is still gold. So we did say we may have a pullback down to the factor line, which we did, and we also got an SFP buy here for swing traders on Bitcoin at 114K when it went down there. So this is an easy play. Bitcoin, this looking like a bull flag. Some people may call it a channel over here or wedge. Doesn't matter. Generally speaking, we are bullish on Bitcoin, but we have seen altcoins sort of take a dive. I mean, if you come to our altcoins over here, we will see right now there's a few in green, but generally speaking, this was all red this morning. And we are seeing a bounce in altcoins right here. And I will show you some Pionex trades, by the way, in just 1 second. This video is sponsored. Well, it's not really sponsored by Pionex, but it's part of our deal. So let me just put that Pionex right there, and we'll check some Pionex trades together. So it's not an officially sponsored video, but I am working with them. They do sponsor me, so I just want to make that clear for you guys for full transparency. So let's have a look at what I posted this morning about this, okay, about what's going on in crypto, because everyone's waiting for the FOMC meeting, this, cutting rates, that, and in all honesty, I don't care. I really don't. There's news for the masses and news for the classes. We only get the news for the masses. Show me the charts, I'll tell you the news. I don't look at these meetings. I really don't. Everyone was saying we're only gonna run if they cut rates. Guess what? We're running and they haven't cut rates. My point, but still now they're finding new excuses and new things to say. I mean, come on. Show me the charts, I'll tell you the news. Stop looking at news. Doesn't matter. There's news for the masses and news for the classes. We never get the news for the classes, okay? So let's go to Twitter real quick, or X. And this morning, other than my amazing back picture over here, I'm back, baby, I posted this, my technical crypto overview. So let's read this real quick and let's see how things played out since 9 hours ago when I posted this. Maybe you get the hint and you actually follow me on X. I mean, sometimes you may not see a video because I can't put them out fast enough, but if you're following me on X, you're gonna get some huge alpha, and I'll prove it to you in a second with other posts as well. So go ahead and follow me. It's MC Paul D, just so you know, so you don't get confused. MC Paul D right here, and it is verified. Don't go to any scammers. So look, Bitcoin is still strong, but it might be too early to call dominance just yet. Alts could simply be taking a breather against Bitcoin. Everybody was wondering, or everybody was scared this morning that it's the end of the altcoin season, or this extended altcoin season. And I beg to differ. So I continued posting over here, look, Ethereum Bitcoin remains bullish after a massive move up. The factor line is signaled a possible swing opportunity. I had marked that blue range, I'll show you what I mean in just 1 second, resistance weeks ago, and price pulled back there exactly as expected. Still watching to see if we can break through clearly. This is for Ethereum Bitcoin, okay? And you can see that. This is Solana Bitcoin, give me a second. Right here. This is the Ethereum Bitcoin chart 9 hours ago. And this is looking bullish. This is the previous range I'm waiting to break. I also expected the resistance over here. Factor line told you to sell as well, at least for now, or get into a swing, depending on your strategy. My course tells you exactly what to do here. But generally speaking, the trend stacker is gold. This is a combination of volume, momentum, and a couple of other things. And generally speaking, we are well above this range that we called to break out. By the way, we called the bottom here perfectly before it got here. You can verify this. You can fact check me. And I also was begging you to buy as soon as we got into range. I anticipated it. And that was my second call. And look what happened. So if you're not following me on crypto, if you're not subscribed on YouTube with the notifications on, and if you're not on X, I don't know what you're doing. So that's with the Ethereum chart over here. Let's have a look at Sol. Look, Solana Bitcoin flipped gold, move up and pulled back to the factor line perfectly. This is where we expect a retest. A bounce is likely this week, but nothing is guaranteed. Obviously, nothing is guaranteed. These are probabilities. It's your best case scenarios, or sorry, your probable scenarios you need to strategize around, right? But altcoin strength might still return faster than people think if Bitcoin consolidates. This week could be set tone for the next rotation. So let's see what we're doing. Asking here what you are doing. Nobody really answered me because my X is really undervalued. Anyway, regardless, that's what I posted this morning. And what are we seeing right now? Well, this morning, all this on the daily was red. It was all red on the hourly and all red on the weekly. Right now, we're seeing altcoins coming up. Is this going to continue? We don't know yet, but we are seeing altcoins make a move up. Of course, this is our alt season. This is from an alt season video I did, just so you can understand what I mean. If we go to my channel here, because you want to watch this video, and you go to my channel, let me just stop that, go to videos over here and scroll down. Look, alt season but ... right here. 6 days ago, you should have watched this. And then also, you could watch what my calls on Stellar over here, perfect call on Stellar, perfect call on Pengu. We kept on calling Pengu, by the way. We were calling Pengu like from the bottoms. But even 3 weeks ago, I was begging you to buy over here in this video. You should actually watch it because Pengu has more upside in my opinion. And then we have different videos here as well. Let me just scroll down. Look, everyone's bearish on Ethereum, but I'm calling a reversal. This was 2 months ago. My group got this even before, and also with the Bitcoin bottom is in, also perfectly called. Look at this, 193 views and 258 views. You were all listening to drama from everybody else. You're all listening to drama, everybody telling you it's over, it's going down, and blah, blah, blah. I don't know what you're doing, man. Subscribe down below, hit the bell notification button. This is free. This is free info right here. How many times do I need to prove myself or prove to you that? Anyway, I digress. Let's move on with the charts here, okay? I know I'm awesome. I know I'm incredibly good looking, a genius. And yeah, let's, obviously I'm joking, okay? Obviously I'm joking. All right, let's move on here. So looking at the charts right now on Bitcoin, we touched the factor line over here, and I am expecting to slowly go up or at least range over here. Where are we seeing the range? It's pretty simple, I guess. This here would be a range of sorts. And then, of course, you could, this is the next range I'm looking at. So I think we're gonna come up here, maybe come down, maybe we keep on going up, we'll see, but this is a range I'm looking at right now here in Bitcoin. I'm looking at the daily chart. If we go to the 4-hour chart, yeah, it's a lot clearer. The 4-hour chart actually gave you a range. The factor line actually gave you a range already from 123,000 to 133, so pretty close to mine. And then also here at 115,000. So this is a 4-hour range you can play as well. And I do believe this is the kind of range we're playing at, maybe more or less when it comes to Pionex, which we'll look at in just one second. But generally speaking, this is what I'm looking at with Bitcoin. If we go to Ethereum real quick, Ethereum Bitcoin, so we can see kind of what altcoins are doing. I'm gonna give you some alpha in 1 second. Again, there is a range on the 4-hour. We're about to break up. If we break this up and we go to the next leg, we'll get into this prior range over here. You could probably see it on the daily a lot easier. Well, no, because it has to load. Refresh, I guess. Yeah, sure. Let's just refresh. It'll probably take me back to Bitcoin though. Yeah, so the trading view has some nuances, by the way. It's not the factor line that has the nuances here, just so you know. But yeah, now we are on the Ethereum daily, and as you can see, we're coming up, but generally speaking, yeah, we're in that range. So, generally speaking, yes, we're coming up to resistance. Let's see what happens, but I showed you earlier on what I am looking at. So I do believe here that altcoins may actually continue going up. So just for your reference, we did this with Solana as well. We can do that a little bit later. Just for your reference, we called all mini alt seasons perfectly last year and the year before, doing or using Solana Bitcoin pair, and recently, as soon as Ethereum broke up, like I showed you 2 months ago, we started doing Ethereum Bitcoin pair as well, and now we're looking at all these pairs together so we can look at extended alt seasons, not mini alt seasons, okay? Because when we were looking at mini alt seasons, it was narrative based, we called them perfectly, and now we're looking for a potential extended alt season. We actually made a video not too long ago, and longer ago, saying I'm expecting 2 alt seasons. One before summer with a drop in summer. We're getting close, but we're not just there yet, in my opinion. And we're gonna get back to that in 1 second. And one after the summer. But that depends on a couple of factors. What I'm expecting right now, what my number one scenario is we go up, we continue this extended alt season. We actually drop in the summer, some sort of news, some sort of event, doesn't really matter. We'll see it in the charts. We drop sometime in the summer, maybe mid-August. I actually made a funny bet. I said 17th of August, but don't take me on that bet, on that date. I made it very clear it's for fun. If it's exactly the 17th of August, totally by luck, okay? I did not plan it. All right, I don't control the markets here. But it was just served as an example. I said it to somebody because they were asking me, which date? 17th, 20th August. Okay, that's where I'm looking at. I'm not saying it's gonna happen, I'm just saying it's a possibility. So that's where I think we're gonna have a dump, and then we're gonna have another leg up after the summer, towards the end of the year, towards the last 3 months of the year. Now you might say, Paul, is this leg up after 100%? No, it's not, and we have to reevaluate. We're gonna have to see the dump, see if the pump is a dead cat bounce and continues to the downside. That will be our second exit. The other scenario is we just blow up right now, and we go up in summer. The problem there is I believe we're gonna get a much shorter bull market, but we'll talk about that in another video. The thing is, right now, if you're in altcoins, be in the right altcoins. We'll also talk about that in just a second, which altcoins to be in, but also make sure you have a strategy. Make sure you take profits going up from here on. If we start going up, start slowly taking profits. We're expecting a dump in summer. If we don't dump, it's okay. You still have capital in, you're just taking some profits. And then you have profits to either buy the dump, or if we continue going up, get into lagging plays. And when I say take profits, the best thing to do is to take profits from altcoins into Bitcoin, because Bitcoin typically drops less than altcoins. When Bitcoin drops, altcoins drop more. And right now you could use that Bitcoin to buy altcoins if we have that scenario. If not, and we keep on going up, you're holding Bitcoin. Bitcoin as a whole has more to go. It's kind of like your guarantee. It's kind of like your... Just look at Bitcoin instead of dollars. Also take dollars out, obviously, if you need it, stable or whatever, depending on your strategy. I get in a lot of these strategies in my private group, the VIP Factor. It is in the description down below. You don't need it. it's just there. It's a way to support me and get more information, have access to me, be able to ask questions 24 hours almost a day because I hardly sleep. I'm a vampire, but also part of a community and so on. Just check it out, see if it's for you. That said, if we go to Pionex over here, we will see some of our positions. Now, these look like they're in the red, but that's kind of like a good thing because we are ranging over here. We're buying Pengu, buying Bitcoin, and buying Hype where it's green in the ranges, and we're selling up here in the red. Basically, it's trading for us. And I now have $5,600. It was a bit more, about $6,000 before, but this is because it was buying and the price went down. And that's good because I actually have more positions. So if we start going up here, which I believe we will this week, at least till the weekend, not sure over the weekend, we'll see what happens. But generally speaking, this is good and these will all be profited. And yes, you can copy these. I will leave them linked in the description down below so you can copy these trades if you really want to. Plus, you can get a bonus. You can get a bonus from Pionex. Great exchange, by the way. You should sign up. $50 for signing up, plus up to $800 depending on your deposit. Okay, so it's exclusive. It's for another 20 days. See if it's for you. But generally speaking, Pionex rocks. It's actually really, really good. And I also made spot trades here. No, sorry, a future trade. Okay, maybe it was spot. Yep, it was spot. So we also have Arrow. It's actually grid trading, my mistake. Grid trading Arrow with $500 here. Right now it's in the red, but this is spot, so it's not danger of getting liquidated. And we also did KDA, and I actually made a video showing you exactly how to do that and how to use the factor line to actually check these or get these ranges. And there's a couple of videos I made actually. One of them is this one right here. This AI crypto bot trades for you 24/7. And then the other one is this one here. Crypto trading bots don't work except this one. These two videos are gold over here. I do believe you should watch them. And this video is Cadena. I saw the range while I was doing TA. I said I wouldn't buy the coin, but it's perfect to actually get it in a range, and that's what I did with these two videos, and I also added some. So check out Pionex. It's in the description down below. There's massive bonuses there. Believe me, it's the best thing you can possibly use, especially in the summer, because you could literally be on the beach like I was, and this is just trading for you. And you can actually use the factor line to get ranges because the factor line finds these ranges the way I find them for you. And if you don't have the factor line, that's okay. You can just copy my trades. Again, it's in the description down below. But the factor line finds these ranges for you, and you can use the factor line in conjunction with Pionex to do your futures bot or your futures trading over here. I'm using futures bot. I started with a couple of thousand, 1,000, and now we're up to quite a bit. So that said, by the way, this is not a funded account. In other words, most videos you see from all exchanges, YouTubers use funded accounts, meaning they're real accounts, but it's not their money, but they can't take out the money. They have no risk, so they're showing they're playing with hundreds of thousands of dollars, and they're millionaires, and maybe some of them are, but believe me, that's not all their money in there. That's funded accounts. This is the real deal here. This is full transparency, no BS. If I lose, if you lose, I lose if you copy me, because this is my actual money. So I only have like 6,000 in Pionex, maybe 10,000 in MEXC, everything else is on hard wallets and so on, maybe a couple of more exchanges like Hyperledger, but what you see is what you get, my real money. When I made the wrong call, because in this video I gave you all my right calls, I gave a lot of right calls, I made even more right calls. I also made some complete stupid calls that didn't work out. For example, Vapor on Hyper. Vapor became literally Vapor. I was wrong. I lost a couple of thousand, but I lost a couple of thousand, 2,000 of my real money. It wasn't a funded account. I lost it. It hurt. My Agent S, I got greedy. $4,000, $4,500, lost completely. I lost that money. It's not that it was funded or faked or they gave me the money or no, I lost it. And if this goes down and I lose this money, I lose this money. Did I get paid from Pionex? Do we have a deal that I get some money monthly or whatever? Yes, a little bit of money I get from Pionex. I'm telling you right now, full transparency. But this is my real money, and I put in a lot more money than they gave me because I started using Pionex before the sponsorship. Full transparency here. This is no BS. This is no BS channel. If it's your first time here, you should know this about me, okay? So with that said, let's have a look at the factor line. In case you're wondering, you cannot buy the factor line. It's not available right now. It might be available in the future for $129 a month. As a matter of fact, I'm going to Dubai next week to talk about this very thing. That said, you can get the factor line forever for free if you buy my course, Invest, Trade, and Think Like the Crypto Factor. It teaches you how to invest, how to think, and how to trade like me. Lots of alpha, lots of secrets. The course is worth every single penny, and it comes with the factor line for free forever. So check that out in the links down below as well. That said, hey, Paul from the future here. So I'm about to edit this video, but I just realized that I actually forgot to mention which altcoins I'm in or which altcoins I think are gonna do well with this extended alt season if we actually get it. So first of all, let me remind you they're in that video I shared earlier on, but also they're on screen. So if you look at the screen now, you see which altcoins I'm most bullish on. And yeah, check them out, make a note of them, and check the, I guess that's it. That's what I wanted to say. But yeah, again, one take video, no editing, but I just wanted to make sure I put that out there, and yeah, see you, let's get on with the video. Okay, Paul from the future again, and I realized I need to mention one more thing as I was putting this together, and that is make sure you watch the video I mentioned for context. There's other altcoins as well. Don't think these are the only altcoins I'm in. Make sure you watch the video right here on screen so you understand context, okay? I mentioned it before as well in the main video. I just wanted to make sure you're not a muppet and you don't like say, oh, let me just weigh all these and just ignore it. No, make sure you watch that video. I'll leave it linked. I'll leave it linked at the end as well, just for context, okay? So there you go. With that said, now let's move on with the video. Let's go back to the factor line over here. Again, it gives you the ranges. If you want to get a little bit more advanced or a little bit more clear, you turn off the flow. You can add different candlestick patterns over here for it to find it for you, ranges and so on, double tops, etc. You can get really, really into it with things that are just not available in other places or in other indicators. If you want to go intraday and intra-volume and so on, this is all in my course. It's all in my course. You probably won't use it that extensively. This is all in my course, but this is pretty much my cheat code. We had this developed with a company in Dubai based on the way I trade, and it just does it perfectly. So really happy about that. So check that out. And yeah, look, I'm looking at a bullish week. Again, I don't care about interest rates. I don't give a crap about interest rates. I don't give a crap about the news. Show me the charts, I'll tell you the news. That's how we got all these successful calls. And yeah, that's what I wanted to talk to you about today. Check out Pionex over here. And got a surprise for you. I will be interviewing a C-level executive, the CXO, from Ledger. They saw my Ledger video about the wallet, the challenges and what I put out there. They watched it, they liked it, and they agreed that they will come on the channel and explain things for us. So let's see. The fact that they're just coming onto the channel, for me, that's huge. For me, that's huge because it means they care and it means they have answers. So let's see what they have to say. Super excited about that. So don't miss that. It will probably be released next week while I'm in Dubai. I'll be making more videos in Dubai, probably live streams in Dubai, since I'll be there. So we'll do some technicals, we'll have a look at Pionex and we'll do more. I just wanted to put this video real quick out there for you. Love you all, take care, and make sure you watch this video right here next. Don't forget to watch this video. Let me flex my bicep, looking good, baby. Watch this video and I'll see you in the next one.